Okay, welcome to day one of Good Enough Lent from Kate Bowler and Jessica Richie's book. Regula. There's a feeling that we get when we want to start something new. A little spark, a tiny flame has been kindled. There is some kind of desire or awareness rising. We start to hope for more, but we don't always know how to begin. In our best moments, we notice that this feeling stirs up spiritual hopes. In a quiet moment, in a moment of awe, sometimes in a moment of aching emptiness, we realize we want more. Spiritual hunger, like other forms of desire, is fleeting. Hello and goodbye. Now it's gone again. If we want our spiritual appetite to stick around, then it will require a bit of attention. Our spiritual selves need encouragement. We need community. We need a hot minute alone. And we need a regula. Regula means a rule of life, but it is simply a regular pattern of activities that becomes more valuable over time because its structure creates space for good things. The most common understanding of the term regula evokes images of a strict monastic life, where monks keep to a demanding daily schedule of grunt work and fervent prayer. Their days are divided into regular periods of communal worship, prayer, spiritual reading, work, and sleep. Not everyone loves the rigors of a heavily scheduled life. Jessica Richie, co-author of this book, refuses to brush her teeth at the same time every day. Ever. She has to brush her teeth at completely different times each day, or else, as an Enneagram Type 7, she will surely die of predictability. Sometimes we almost crave a tight regimen of rules only to suddenly lose momentum or decide that the cost is too high. If you have a history of dieting or joining exercise communities, CrossFit, Slim Fast, Whole30, Peloton, you know how these moments feel. It's intoxicating until you can't keep up. Excitement quickly deteriorates into failure and shame. Perhaps you, like me, never last until the end of January with your New Year's resolutions. If so, I would strongly encourage you to be comforted by the earliest stories of rebellion against the rules in the Christian tradition. In the 6th century, Saint Benedict had high hopes for the spiritual community he founded until his rules were deemed so unnecessarily strict that his followers decided to try to poison him. Don't worry, he survived. To be effective, a regula doesn't have to be hard. It only has to be regular. So don't worry so much today about whether you want to love God or whether you have all the spiritual feelings you think a better person would have. It's enough to say hello to the idea of trying. A blessing for beginning a new spiritual practice. Blessed are we who are trying a new thing, though we can't quite see the whole of it. That's the beauty of the life of faith. We start in the middle, at the heart center of an unspoken desire to live into the glimpse we've had of love and of love's goodness. Blessed are we who ask love to be the guide as we begin to build from here and create a stronger, more flexible rule of life, trusting that love is trying to foster life in us. Blessed are we who remember that we will fall short. We will fail, but that doesn't mean we are ruined. We simply pick up and begin again. Blessed are we, willing to be beginners all over again. our good enough step. What is something that you can set down or let yourself off the hook for? Maybe write it down on a piece of paper, then throw it away. Practice letting this expectation go so you can take up something gentler. And from the reflection guide that you can download if you'd like, a couple of things to think about. Where do you fall on the spectrum between don't make me do the same thing every day, all the way over to I thrive off regularity and routine? It's like for different things in your life, where do you fall on that general spectrum? And then this one, spiritual practices are not a guarantee of spiritual growth, but somehow and sometimes love shows up. God shows up. What new spiritual practice, perhaps the practice of Lent, is rising in you that longs for a beginning? Here are some spiritual disciplines to consider: prayer, meditation, fasting, reading sacred texts, solitude, service, joy, giving, attending church regularly, singing, writing, contemplative art. And our final prayer: Spirit of life, blessed God, I want to be the kind of person who turns to you regularly, resting in the comfort of your unchanging presence. Meet me in this gentle way, and allow me self-forgiveness when I forget, and the courage to start again. Amen.